Okay, so here is the Curtsy movement therapy breakdown. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch the video before this. Find out why we do the Curtsy. Just for a quick recap, sorry. When I could no longer do yoga the way yoga wanted me to do yoga, I had to find a way for me to get the benefits of yoga poses, but in a way that I could handle them with my hips. So I have 2 new hips, and during my pain years before I had my hips replaced, I couldn't do yoga. I couldn't follow the lines of the yoga mat. So I took all the yoga poses that I love and that I craved the benefits of, and I created my own version of them. And so this, the AgeDEFY Curtsy, takes place of the traditional yoga half pigeon pose for a hip stretch. And it does so much more than just stretch the hips. But let's break it down, okay? Zone 1, step 1, movement puzzle piece 1. You have to be able to do each movement puzzle piece before you find the next piece and add it to the puzzle. So this right here is your first requirement. This would be like your zone 1. You have to be able to stand on one leg, stand in one foot for at least 10 seconds, okay? So you need to work on your foot stability. Work on pushing down through point 1 on each foot. That's the ball of the foot right here, right behind the big toe joint. And then you do it right there on the other foot. And if you can do that, then you can add the next puzzle piece, okay? So here, now I'm gonna bend this knee, and as I bend this knee, I'm gonna hinge you back, hips back, chest forward, and then I'll come back, just the way I went into it, and switch. Let's test it here. Make sure you can do zone 1. If you can do zone 2, find out. Bend your knee, good. Now move your hips back and lower your chest. Keep working the wobble, and now push down through the foot and lift. Good. That's zone 2. If you can do zone 2, join me for zone 3, or movement puzzle piece zone 3. So 1, 2. Movement puzzle piece 3 is this. I externally rotate the hip. I bring the ankle behind my standing knee. And then I put the ball of the foot to the floor. And then you have to be able to come out of this too. Internal rotation, stand, and release. The AgeDEFY ways to learn each movement puzzle piece by puzzle piece, and the way we go into the shapes are the same way we come out of it, okay? Very important. So practice on this side. 1, 2, external rotation, put it down. Come out of it, external, internal, stand, switch. Only go to where you can go. If you get stuck, you're like, oh, this is tough, then keep practicing this, okay? Or come here. Now what you wanna do is put your hands on your hips. And what you wanna do is bend your knees a little more, push your shins in opposite direction, and as you do that, rotate your hips so that back hip moves back. Weight is in this front foot. Good. And then as the back hip is moving back, the rib cage is moving forward. So there's this rotation. And when you rotate, the opposite elbow, whoops, I lost. Anyway, we're back. Just stay with me right here, okay? So as the hip moves, the opposite elbow comes forward. I call it an elbow strike. So this is one way of doing curtsy, elbow strike. My hips are back. It's just like half pigeon in yoga. I'm getting all the benefits, but so much more. I'm able to do it, right? Now I push down through my front foot and I come out just the same way I went into it. Let's do it one more time, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and rotate, 4. And then if you want to continue, you can keep counting all the way out, right? So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's do it each side. So 1, 2, 3, elbow strike, 4. Come out of it slow. Switch, 1, 2, 3, hip back, rib cage turns forward, elbow strike. Push into your front foot, come out of it. March it out. So whenever I do a lot of work in any area of the body, and we just did a lot of work in the hips, I like to march it out after that, okay? And when you march, keep your hips back, keep your chest up. Don't let your hips go forward with your knee. We can't do this in a march. You practice holding the hips back and the knees forward. Keep the chest up, belly in. That's your AgeDEFY lesson of the day. I hope you enjoy it.